Coercive control is a crime in Queensland, Australia. It's a big, big crime. A lot of people don't know what coercive control is. I'll just read this. What is coercive control? It's when someone intentionally tries to control you or make you behave in a certain way by doing or saying things that make you feel afraid, ashamed, anxious, upset, or unsure. I'll give you an example of how I experienced coercive control. I got married. I was 26, and straight away I moved from Zambia to South Africa. And I remember my ex-partner, he was my husband at the time, he went to we never had internet like we do in Australia in the house. You know, you've got a computer or internet in the house. So we had to go to the internet cafe back home in South Africa, Benoni. We lived in a town called Benoni. So anyway, he went to the internet cafe and he knew my password. And I didn't have a problem sharing my password to my emails because I had nothing to hide. He went into my email using my password, and he started contacting all the male friends I ever knew from the time I was in grade 6 or 5. He started contacting them and telling them, Lucy is now married. Don't message her. She's a married woman. He changed my email address from lucymuzungu@yahoo.com. He changed it to Lucy and his last name at yahoo.com.au because we were planning to move to Australia. And apparently there is one friend who stood out the most. He started calling him. And this friend of mine is a psychologist. So my psychologist friend started comforting him and giving him therapeutic support because this man was clearly an insecure man. And that is the worst thing you could ever do as a woman, marrying an insecure man. And it works both ways. A man marries an insecure woman or a woman marries an insecure man. It doesn't work in any relationships, and this leads to coercive control, and this leads to domestic and family violence. It's not healthy for anybody. So anyway, to cut the long story short, we ended up not being together. He almost unalived me and I left because the tactics of coercive control went from just controlling my emails and who I communicated with. It started controlling my finances. It started controlling my emotional well-being. I wasn't allowed to go to church, so that I was isolated. I wasn't allowed to have friends. He stopped me from talking to my friends and my family members and any friend that I knew, especially a male friend. Now that is coercive control. And before I knew it, coercive control is something that comes really subtly. It's very soft. You don't even notice it. I thought he loved me. I thought it was coming from a place of love. And because I loved him as well, I had kids with him. I just thought, oh, he loves me. He's just protecting me. He's just providing for me, and I'm just a loved up wife. But I really wasn't. I was unsafe. And now that I've healed and it's been 15 years since I left this abusive relationship, I now see how much I was in danger. My life could have been taken away. I wouldn't have been here to tell the tale. I wouldn't have been here to tell my story. I wouldn't have been here to raise my children. You know, one time my daughter finished high school and they did the guard of honor, and she was walking down the guard, you know, from prep to year 11s, they put up their hands and they line up in 2 lines, and the grade 12s walk down the line, you know, the aisle, just to congratulate them for the journey they've walked through the school. And I remember a teacher holding tissues, and I'm like, what does she have those tissues for? And over a sudden, when I saw my daughter walk down the aisle, I cried. And then I realized I needed those tissues. She had those tissues for me. You know, I cried. I'll never forget, because all the memories came up when I was almost unalived, when she was 4 years old, just turning 5. She was just starting prep. And I thought, if I had been unalived on that day, I would never have seen this moment. And coercive control starts very, very subtly. It starts slowly, and before you know it, you're almost being unalived. Coercive control in Australia, Queensland, is against the law. You can get so many years in prison. If you or someone you know is experiencing domestic and family violence, contact Jinga's Counseling Services. Our number is 0452 509 062. We wish you a beautiful week.